Welcome to another episode of Terry's Notes, and today we are going to be looking at solving some equations involving algebraic fractions. Okay, so in this first example we have to solve for x, and this is from the January 2007 paper. So we have x over 3 plus x over 5 is equal to 5, and we want to solve for x. Now, if we look at this, we can see, let's just write this over as x over 3, plus x over 5 is equal to 5 over 1, right? Now, the next step is to get rid of this 3 and get rid of this 5. So what we have to do is to find the LCM of 3, 5, and 1. The LCM of 3, 5, and 1 is 15. So therefore, what we're going to do is to multiply every single term by 15. So this will be 15 multiplied by x over 3 plus 15 multiplied by x over 5, which is equal to 15 multiplied by 5. So you can write the 15 as 15 over 1. Right, so this 3 can go into 15 5 times, so we end up with 5x, plus this 5 can go into 15 3 times, so we end up with 3x, and then we have 15 multiplied by 5, which will be 5 out of 25, that is 75. So we end up with 8x is equal to 75, and therefore x is equal to 75 over 8, right? The next one, this is from the June 93 paper. So we have 2p over p plus 5 over p, which is equal to 3. So again, what we have to do is to multiply by the LCM. This is the same as saying 3 over 1, right? So the LCM of 5 and p is 5p. So what we do, we multiply every single term by 5p, right? So this will be 5p over 1 multiplied by 2p over 5, right, plus 5p over 1 multiplied by 5 over p, and this will be 5p multiplied by 3. Alright, so 5 into 5p, we end up with p. So the first term will be 2p squared, because p multiplied by 2p will give us 2p squared, plus this p can go into 5p 5 times, so this will give us 25, which is equal to 15p, right? So what we do, we bring everything on one side, so we end up with 2p squared minus 15p plus 25, which is equal to 0. And realize that this now becomes a quadratic expression, right? So remember, there's a video that explains how to factorize a quadratic expression. So we need to get two numbers whose sum is equal to minus 15 and whose product is equal to AC, which is 2 by 25, which is 50, right? So if we take, let's say, minus 10 and minus 5, minus 10 multiplied by minus 5 will give us 50, plus 50, and minus 10 minus 5 will give us minus 15. So we can write this as 2p squared minus 10p minus 5p plus 25 equal to 0. Now we factorize, so we end up with p minus 5 minus 5 into p minus 5, which is equal to 0. So I'll just continue with this on top here. So this will be 2p minus 5 into p minus 5, which is equal to 0. Right? So when we have an equation like this to solve, we can say that 2p minus 5 is equal to 0, 2p is equal to 5, and therefore p is equal to 5 over 2. Right? But we can also have p minus 5 equal to 0, therefore p is equal to 5. Right? So we end up with two solutions here for p. We get p is equal to 5 over 2, or 2.5, and p is also equal to 5. Okay. Next example, this is from June 97. Very similar to the last one. And with this case, we have to find the LCM of 3 and 2. And the LCM in this case is 6 again. So we have to multiply every term by 6. So we multiply by 6. Alright, so 6 multiplied by 3x plus 1 over 3 minus 6 multiplied by x minus 2 all over 2, which is equal to 6 times 2. Now don't let the brackets confuse you. I tend to use brackets so that I know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. So every single term is simply being multiplied by 6, that is all. Alright, and we can write it as 6 over 1 if we want to make our lives easier. And now we can say 3 into 6 is 2, 2 into 6 is 3. So we end up with 2 open brackets 3x plus 1 minus, and this will be 3 into x minus 2, which is equal to 12. So to remove the brackets, we do this. So 2 multiplied by 3x will give me 6x, and 2 multiplied by 1 will give me 2. And this is where the students tend to make their mistakes. Minus 3 multiplied by x gives me minus 3x, and minus 3 multiplied by minus 2 gives me plus 6, which is equal to 12. Right? So we leave all the x's on one side and carry all the constants on the other side. So 6, so we end up with 6x minus 3x is equal to 12 minus 2 minus 6, because I am moving this minus 2 and I'm moving the plus 2 and the plus 6 to the right hand side, and they become negative. So 6x minus 3x gives me 3x, and 12 minus 2 is 10, and 10 minus 6 is 4. So therefore x is equal to 4 over 3. Right? Let's look at another example. So this is from the January 99 paper. We need to find the LCM of 2 and 4. Right? And the LCM of 2 and 4 is 4. So we multiply every single term by 4, as in all the previous examples. Right? So this will be 4 over 1 multiplied by 2x minus 3 over 2 minus 4 over 1 multiplied by x minus 4 over 4, which is equal to 4 multiplied by 1. Alright, every single term is being multiplied by 4. So 2 can go into 4 2 times. Alright, so we end up with 2 open brackets 2x minus 3. 4 can go into 4 1 time, so we end up with x minus 4, which is equal to 4. Now you see this step here, this last step here, this is where students always get confused. Alright, be very careful with your minus signs. So we're going to remove the brackets now. So we end up with 2 2s are 4x. 2 by minus 3 gives me minus 6. Now, when you have a minus sign in front of a bracket, it is understood that there's a 1 here. Right? So this is what we're doing. It's like how we remove brackets. So minus 1 by x gives me minus x. Minus 1 by minus 4 gives me plus 4, which is equal to 4. So we leave all the x's on the left side. So we end up with 4x minus x is equal to 4 plus 6 minus 4. Right? The minus 6 when moved across becomes plus 6, and the plus 4 becomes minus 4. So we end up with 4x minus x gives me 3x, and this will give me 4 plus 6 is 10, 10 minus 4 is 6. Therefore x is equal to 6 over 3, which is equal to 2. Okay. I have another example here. This is from June 2012. Alright, we find the LCM of 3 and 2. The LCM of 3 and 2 is 6. So we're multiplying every single term by 6. So this will be 6 over 1 multiplied by 2x minus 3 over 3 plus 6 over 1 multiplied by 5 minus x over 2, which is equal to 6 multiplied by 3. Alright, so 3 can go into 6 2 times. So this will become 2 open brackets 2x minus 3 plus 2 can go into 6 3 times. So this is plus 3 open brackets 5 minus x, which is equal to 18. Remove the brackets again. So 2 multiplied by 2x will give me 4x. 2 multiplied by minus 3 will give me minus 6. 3 multiplied by 5 will give me 15. 3 multiplied by minus x will give me minus 3x, which is equal to 18. So we leave all the x's on one side, so we end up with 4x minus 3x is equal to 18 minus 15 plus 6. 4x minus 3x gives me x, and 18 minus 15 is 3, and 3 plus 6 gives me 9. Right? Okay, in this example, this is from June 91. Alright, we want to solve for x in this case, and again we have some fractions here. Now what do we do? Okay, so we have x over 5 minus 5. This is the same as saying 5 over 1. It's also the same as saying 4 over 1. Right? So the LCM of 5 and 15 is 15. So we're going to multiply every single term by 15. Alright, so we end up with, if we multiply the first term by 15, we'll end up with 15 by x over 5, which is the same as saying 15 over 1 by x over 5, minus 5 multiplied by 15, which is equal to 15 over 1 multiplied by x over 15 plus 15 multiplied by 4. Right? So 5 into 15 is 3, so we end up with 3x. 5 multiplied by 15 will give me 5 5s are 25. That gives me 75 is equal to 15 into 15 is 1, so we're going to put x on the side, and plus 15 by 4, which is 4, 60. Alright, so we put all the x's on one side, so we end up with 3x minus x is equal to 60 plus 75. 3x minus x gives us 2x, and 60 plus 75 gives us 15, 135. So therefore x is equal to 135 over 2. Right? And this last example is from June 92. The LCM of 2 and 3 is 6, so we're going to multiply each term by 6. So we end up with 6 multiplied by 2x minus 1 over 2 minus 6 over 1 multiply by x plus 5 over 3, which is equal to 6 multiplied by 2. So this 2 can go into the 6 3 times, so we end up with 3 open brackets 2x minus 1 minus this 3 can go into the 6 2 times, so it'll be 2 into x plus 5, which is equal to 12. I'm going to remove the brackets. (3x) multiplied by 2x gives us 6x. 3 by minus 1 gives me minus 3. Minus 2 by x gives me minus 2x. And minus 2 by plus 5 gives me minus 10, which is equal to 12. Leave all the x's on the left side, so we end up with 6x minus 2x is equal to 12 plus 3 plus 10. Alright, so 6x minus 2x gives us 4x, and 12 and plus 3 is 15, plus 10 is 25. Therefore x is equal to 25 over 4. Right? Or we can simply say 6 1/4. Right? So as you can see, whenever we are dealing with fractions, we need to find the LCM and then multiply every single term by that number. Okay?